Afghan kids just tear your heart out. It's just amazing that they have such a good outlook and so happy and so well behaved. It's just incredible. All those things are extremely good. I didn't see any anger at all in most of the villages. Every once in a while we'd hit a bad one, but for the most part the kids were fantastic. We really enjoyed them. We would spend most of our time with them. I like helping people out that really need help, where they really are appreciative of the food you're giving them and the tea and the clothes. And that made me feel pretty good, actually helping people that desperately needed it. And they were very, very appreciative.
A lot of, in the military, and I'm sure my fellow service members will agree, there's a lot of funny stories, but probably my story that sticks out is when I was serving in Bagram. I was just getting ready to fly out of Bagram Airfield, and a couple of Americans with these big beards with tactical civilian attire, 5'11 pants, 5'11 shirt, came up and said, "Coast Guard, what are you guys doing in Afghanistan?" And for those that know Zach Wenzel, you know, Zach and I tend to make jokes. And I said to this bearded man, I said, "We are here for the new pool. We're the Coast Guard. We're the lifeguards for the pool in Bagram." And these bearded men looked at us and said, "We have a pool in Bagram." I'm like, "No, I'm just kidding." And if you know anything about these bearded guys, they're not, they don't take jokes well. So there was no pool in Bagram. We were just busting chops, and we all had a good laugh at the end of the day.
Please stand for the Star-Spangled Banner and the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
The mist has left the greening plain. The dewdrops shine like fairy rain. The coquette rose awaits again, her lovely self adorning. The wind is hiding in the trees, a sighing, soothing, laughing tease, until the rose says, "Kiss me, please. 'Tis morning, 'tis morning." With Paul Laurence Dunbar's words, I would like to wish everyone good morning. With the beginning of my own words, I would like to give a warm welcome to all of our community who have gathered here today in honor of our veterans, and to the veterans that we honor, who have taken the time out of their Monday to join us. Our veterans are the real-life heroes that walk among us, the brave, who have made this the land of the free. Whether they are here today in person or only in our hearts, we are all unconditionally grateful for their sacrifices by our veterans. Quite simply put, never forget. Ronald Reagan once said, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same." As citizens of the United States of America, freedom, safety, and security are not given to us. They are fought for by the selfless, the ones who sacrifice perhaps even their lives so that their families, friends, neighbors, and people that they will never know can live with the rights and reassured safety that we are granted as American citizens. We as citizens will never forget that what we have today was made possible by those that fought yesterday and is secured by those that will fight tomorrow. It is our pleasure as a school and as a community to recognize our local veterans. On behalf of every student and staff member here at Big Fork Schools, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for the kindness, generosity, gallantry, in regard to all of us. Thank you for the love that you hold within your heart for this great nation. This is mine. It is both my pleasure and my honor to welcome everyone here today to this wonderful event that's put on by the Big Fork High School Honors History Department, the 20th Annual Veterans Day Assembly at Big Fork Schools. I would now like to introduce our Master of Ceremonies, Anya Young.
Thank you, Ben. The historical significance of Veterans Day will now be explained by Anastasia Bed. November 11th, or what has come to be known as Veterans Day, was originally set as a U.S. legal holiday to honor Armistice Day, the end of World War I, which officially took place on November 11th, 1918. In legislation that was passed in 1938, November 11th was dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be hereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day. As such, this new legal holiday honored World War I veterans. In 1954, after having been through both World War II and the Korean War, the 83rd U.S. Congress, at the urging of the veteran service organizations, amended the Act of 1938 by striking out the word armistice and inserting the word veterans. With the approval of this legislation on June 1st, 1954, November 11th became the day to honor American veterans of all wars. In 1968, the Uniforms Holiday Bill ensured 3-day weekends for federal employees by celebrating 4 national holidays on Mondays: Washington's birthday, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and Columbus Day. Under this bill, Veterans Day was moved to the last Monday of October. Many states did not agree with this decision and continued to celebrate the holiday on its original date. The first Veterans Day under this new law was observed with much confusion on October 25th, 1971. Finally, on September 20, 1975, President Gerald R. Ford signed a law which returned the annual observance to Veterans Day to its original date of November 11th, beginning in 1978. Since then, the Veterans Day holiday has been observed on November 11th. United States Senate Resolution 143, which was passed on August 4, 2001, designated the week of November 11th through November 17, 2001, as National Veterans Immunity Week. The resolution calls for educational efforts directed at elementary and secondary school students concerning the contributions and sacrifices of veterans. Thank you, Anastasia. At this time, Ron Kaplan, the representative for Senator Steve Daines, will address our veterans, and then Representative Chad Campbell will read the U.S. Senator Jon Tester's letter.
Good morning. My name is Ron Catlett. I work in the office of U.S. Senator Steve Daines. Senator was not able to make it this morning. It's an honor to be here, an honor to be asked to speak. The Senator did write a message that he asked me to read. Dear students, community members, and veterans, thank you for the opportunity to address you today, and thank you to the Honors History Department here at Big Fork High, whose hard work made this event possible. Most of all, however, I want to thank our veterans. Today is a day to honor and recognize those who serve this nation and its people in our armed forces. In Montana, we have a rich legacy of service, and in virtually every conflict, Montana is a leading state in service members per capita. It's because of their service, the service of our veterans, that we are able to live our lives in peace and freedom. As the son of a Marine, I have always had a deep appreciation for those who serve our nation. And while serving Montana in Congress, I have had the great privilege to meet with many veterans, learn their stories, and work on their behalf through legislation and casework. This year's Veterans Day also marks the 100th anniversary of the armistice that ended the First World War, also known as the War to End All Wars. Nearly 5 million Americans served during that war, and many continue to live lives of service to their communities and nations after they return home. And this legacy of service has been true of every generation of veterans. Veterans uniquely understand the concept of service above self and do incredibly important work in every community across this country. Their service to our nation does not end when their military service ends. And because they have served our nation heroically, we must honor the commitment we've made to our veterans as a grateful nation. And if I can ever be of service to any veteran or service member, please do not hesitate to contact one of my veterans representatives. I have a number of veterans on my staff who are eager to help whenever and however they can. To all of the veterans here today, I say thank you for your service from a grateful United States Senator. God bless Steve Daines. Thank you.
Hello, I am Chad Campbell. Senator Tester wasn't able to make it today, but I do have a message to read on his behalf. Thank you to every veteran and service member and your loved ones for your service and sacrifice. And thank you to the local veteran service organizations who constantly advocate for all who have served. On Veterans Day, our nation pauses to remember and honor the enduring sacrifice of our men and women in uniform and their families, the bravery they showed in service to our nation, and the unwavering responsibility we have to them when they return from war. When our nation is in need, Montanans are always there to serve. In fact, more than 1 in 10 Montanans is a veteran. As your senator, it is my mission to make sure the VA delivers on the promises it has made for every rural, aging, disabled veteran, man and woman, and for those who are returning to the VA for the first time. As the ranking member of the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee, I've made it clear I will work with anyone and everyone to make sure that the VA does right by Montana veterans. Over the past 2 years, we've written major bipartisan reforms. These bipartisan laws include the VA Mission Act, which scraps the choice program as we know it and delivers a community care system that is worthy of veterans. When it makes more sense for a veteran to go to the local doctor, our law makes sure that there is a network of community providers ready to serve and expands VA caregiver support services to veterans of every era. President Trump also signed the Veterans Appeals Modernization Act into law to speed up process for veterans to appeal their disability rating. Going forward, I will be holding the VA accountable to use the tools we've given them to get the job done right. But we are not done yet. I will continue to fight to pass laws that ensure that Blue Water, Navy, Vietnam veterans have the access to the care that they have earned and recruit and retain more quality staff for our VA facilities across Montana. I am here to serve you, so if you or any veteran you know is having difficulties with the VA or accessing any of the benefits that they have earned, please contact my office. No veteran should slip through the cracks. My door is always open to you. God bless the men and women in our in uniform, past, present, and future. Sincerely, Jon Tester.
Thank you, Ron Catlett and Chad Campbell. We will now hear from Lydia Pilskellens, who will read a letter from Governor Bullock.
November 11, 2018, we remember the 100th anniversary of the armistice and more than 40,000 Montanans that served bravely and honorably in World War I. Montana lost 4,061 souls in World War I. As Montana's governor, it is an honor to recognize the men and women who have served Montana and their country. I extend a warm thanks and sincere appreciation to the soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen and women for the work they do, both here in Montana and deployed far from home. As Montana's governor, we gather here to honor Montana's veterans for their dedication and bravery in their service to this great nation. With one of the highest per capita rate of veterans in the country, our servicemen and women are an integral part of Montana's communities. These citizens and their families have made sacrifices to protect their loved ones, and they should be honored every day. For all they are and all they have endured, they are Montana's heroes. During my time in office, I've been committed to increasing opportunities for Montana's veterans when they return to civilian life. I've signed several pieces of legislation into law designed to help our veterans expand their education, secure gainful employment, and always have access to health care. This includes legislation that allows veterans to convert their military training, licensing, and experience into certification or educational credits for civilian careers. And with the expansion of Medicaid, hardworking veterans and their families now have more coverage for their health care needs. I want to make it clear that when our citizen soldiers return home, the state of Montana will always have their back and fulfill the promises made to our service members and their families. I would like to thank all the members of our armed forces and their families here today. They are Montana's heroes, and I ask that you join me in celebrating them. Sincerely, Steve Wolf.
Thank you, Lydia. Mr. Ward Marshall, Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 4042, will announce the winners of the Patriots Pen Essay Contest and the Voice of Democracy. And then the first place winner will read his or her essay.
First, I'd like to say a few words about Veterans Day. Veterans Day is a day we look at the cost of freedom, which has been tremendous for periods of our country have enjoyed a few. The longest time to complete tranquility of our armed forces has been 23 years between World War I and World War II. Since the Revolutionary War, more than 42 million men and women have served in America's military. During the 20th century, 1.2 million dauntless, selfless warriors sacrificed their lives in numerous military conflicts. For more than 240 years, our military has provided a bastion against our enemies, and at that time, our world has changed and our armed forces have changed with it. With the valor, dignity, and courage of the men and women in uniform remain the same. Let us remember that tyrannical regimes have been toppled and genocide stopped because the Americans sacrificed life and limb. Let us remember that the terrorist plots foiled and the killers brought to justice because Americans had willingness and conviction to pay a high price. Let us remember that without the U.S. military, the world would be a far more oppressive and darker place. Let us remember that freedom never had a greater friend than the American soldier, sailor, airman, marine, and coast guard. Tyrants, they are the tyrant's greatest adversary. The American service member has always demonstrated great conviction to the ideal of the nation. President Ronald Reagan had this to say about our national anthem. I don't claim to know all of which all the national anthems in the world, but I don't know any that ends with the question and challenge as ours does. Does that flag still wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave? That is what we must all ask. The founders of the United States understood that the military would be a rampart that approach America with regardless freedom. George Washington once stated, by keeping up with the peace that had already
process. In today's society, our lives are bombarded left and right. Distractions like technology, social media, schoolwork, and daily worries fight for our attention. This makes voting nearly impossible for some. People struggle to find time to do something that to them seems useless. What they don't understand is that when they give up their vote, they're not helping themselves at all. When they don't vote, they're saying that their opinion is not worth fighting for, that a democracy is faulty, and that their votes are worthless. None of these things are true in any way. Every individual's vote counts and is so vitally important for our democracy. The first thing you lose when you give up your vote is your voice. Your vote is not only your say in controversial issues, but also your ability to change things that you do not agree with. Your voice is unique to you. Even if you are a minority, your voice still matters. Minorities are very important in the checks and balances of our country. If you do not use your voice to fight for what you believe in, then who will? You have the ability to say what you want, and no one can stop you from doing it. Your voice is what gives your vote is what gives your voice its power. Without your vote, your voice is worthless. Your vote matters because it gives your voice the power it needs to make changes. The next reason that voting is so crucial is the fact that without voters, we would not have a democracy. Your vote ensures that democracy is working the way it's supposed to. If only half the population votes, then desires only half the population are represented. What the people actually want does not show. It does not only show the desires of the true population, but it also shows what the people actually want. It does. To make sure that your vote matters, it is important that the population actually vote. Without the voters, the country would be in shambles. Your vote helps in more ways than we see. Lastly, each vote has a measurable value. The men and women who died for your right to vote have given your vote immense worth. Why would you not do something that men and women died so that you could do? You owe it at least to make an educated vote. It is incredibly selfish to say that you don't have time to vote when they sacrifice their lives for your right. For this reason alone, you should vote. You must honor those whose blood and lives are put aside so that you can go to a public place and fill out paper. Everyone's vote matters. If you say it doesn't, then you are just ignorant and not wise enough to look at the facts. Voting displays your personal opinion of the democracy we live in and the lives of those who died so that we can have a chance to make our lives the way we want. Teddy Roosevelt once said, "The vote is like a rifle. Its usefulness depends on the user." Thank you.
George Washington once said, "The citizens of America are, from this period, to be considered as the actors on most conspicuous theater, which seems peculiarly designed by Providence for the display of human greatness and felicity. The privileges of living in a free world are overlooked and taken for granted. America is free because of past leaders, politicians, and the strength of patriotism within our armed forces. Patriotism in which soldiers find loyalty to their country and put their very lives at risk in order to protect families and friends, their values and country, is the motivation to why we must inflict our individual opinion to further the prosperity of the United States. Living in America, we are allowed to attend school and earn a career. We are given opportunities to further our dreams and goals, where diligent workers are rewarded. We are allowed the right to exercise freedom of speech and religion, hopefully realizing that in some other regions of our world, humans are not given this decision. Instead, it is decided for them. We, the people of the United States, hold power, enact power, contain power as we act in the great theater of American government. You and I receive this power in the precinct where we vote in ovals, where we fill in ovals and circle names, the place and time in which we vote. We vote to carry out our voice into the values of our country and act on the opinions we keep silence or pronounce to the many. Over years of family input, society influence, political guidelines, and religious beliefs, a mind soon forms one's Representatives by the state of Montana in 1916 became the first woman to hold a position of political stance of power in the United States government. After constructing a board based on the history and empowerment of women's suffrage with my partner Alicia Kalanick, we earned our spot at National History Day competition in Washington, D.C. In the midst of researching and writing revolving around this topic, it was then when I realized the power of the vote. The 19th Amendment entailing a right for all women to vote was ratified in 1920 from the votes of Congress. The 19th Amendment was ratified solely because the grit and courage within the souls of women's rights activists and suffragists during this period. Jeanette Rankin, Jane Addams, Susan B. Anthony, Alice Paul, Ella Wiggleman, Maggie Hathaway, and so many other empowering women found it within themselves to stand up to our government and sitting society. These women saw the value in their opinion at a time when it was ignored by our nation. In this example, I see the undeniable importance in a single vote. A single vote counting towards a bigger picture in which it makes a difference. I refuse to waste the views I am entitled to. I choose to fill in the ovals and vote yes or no under the initiatives written on the ballot. We have the right to support political parties through local and national elections, the elections that determine the future of our nation. I am proud of the country I was born in and the rights I am entitled to practice, so I vote. As citizens of a free country, we vote. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Marshall. Madigan Kinslow will now give a brief explanation of the poppy flowers.
Today, I would like to share with you why the American Legion Auxiliary hands out poppies. From the battlefields of World War I, weary soldiers brought home the memory of a barren landscape transformed by wild poppies. Red is the blood that has soaked the soil. By that miracle of nature, the spirit of their lost comrades lived on. The poppy became a symbol of sacrifice of lives of war and represented the hope that none had died in vain. The American Legion Auxiliary poppies continued to bloom for the casualties of 4 wars. Its petals of paper bound together 4 veterans, 5 veterans, reminding America each year that the men and women who have served and died for their country deserve to be remembered. Thank you.
We will now view a video made by the Big Fork High School yearbook class.
As the daughter of a veteran and a granddaughter of a veteran, it means self-sacrifice. As the daughter of a veteran and a granddaughter of a veteran, it means self-sacrifice.
Just want to say thank you to all our veterans. There's a reason that we are able to enjoy our country. It's for the brave men and women that have given so much for all of us. Thank you, veterans.
It means bravery, putting yourself before others. It means doing something above and beyond that your average person can't do.
Thank you.
Coming from a family of veterans, I wanted to take a second and say thank you, veterans, for all your years of courageous, brave, and dedicated service to our country to keep us and our...
As the daughter of a veteran and a granddaughter of a veteran, as the daughter of a veteran and a granddaughter of a veteran, it means self-sacrifice.
Just want to say thank you to all our veterans. There's a reason that we are able to enjoy our country. It's for the brave men and women that have given so much for all of us. Thank you, veterans.
It means bravery, putting yourself before others. It means doing something above and beyond that your average person can't do.
Thank you so much for your time and hard work in your service.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, veterans.
in the individual lives it destroys and the pain it inflicts on those who are left behind. Casey Eisman will read a letter written by 27-year-old First Lieutenant Dean Allen, who wrote to his wife Joyce from Vietnam on July 10, 1969. At 6'1", 200 pounds, Allen cut an imposing figure, but under his tough exterior was a compassionate, thoughtful officer who genuinely cared for his men.
July 10th, 1969. Dearest wife, there are many times while I'm out in the field that I really feel the need to talk to you. Not so much about us, but what I have in my mind. I can tell you that I love you and how much I miss you in a letter, and I know you will receive it and know what I mean, because you have the same feelings. But many times like tonight, I'm out on an ambush with 11 men and a medic. After everything is set up and in position, I have nothing to do but lay there and think. Why am I here, as well as all the men in my platoon? Age makes no difference. There are very few kids over here. A few, yes, but they grow up fast, or they get killed. Why I have to watch a man die or get wounded. Why I have to be the one to tell someone to do something to make him blow away. Have I done everything that I can do to make sure we can't get hit by surprise? Are we really covered from all directions? How many men should I let sleep at a time? Babes, I don't know what the answer is. Being a good platoon leader is a lonely job. I don't want to really get to know anybody over here, because it'd be bad enough to lose a man. I am damn sure I don't want to lose a friend. I haven't even had one of my men wounded yet, let alone killed. That is too much to even hope for a deal like that. But as hard as I try not to get involved with my men, I still can't help liking them and getting close to a few. I get to know their wives' names, or their girls, or their kids if they have any. They come up and say, "Hey, 26. They all call me 26 because that's my call sign on the radio. Do you want to see a picture of my wife or my girl? Or look at what my wife or girl wrote? Like I said, it gets lonely trying to stay separate. Some letter, huh? I don't know if I have one sentence in the whole thing. I just started writing. July 11th. It got so dark I had to stop last night. It got too dark and rained for 12 hours straight. Writing like that doesn't really do that much good because you aren't here to answer me or discuss something. I guess it helps a little though. You're the only one I would say these things to. Maybe sometime I'd even try to tell you how scared I have been, or I am now. There is nothing I can do about it, but wait for another day to start and finish. If I had prayed before, or was religious enough to feel like I should, or have the right to pray now, I probably would say one every night. I will see the sun again the next morning and get back home to you. Sometimes I really wonder how I'll make it. My luck is running way too good now. I just hope it lasts. I've already written things I had never planned to write because I don't want you to worry about me anyway. Don't worry about what I said. These things are just things I think about sometimes. I am so healthy, I can't get a day out of the field, and you know I'm too damn mean to die. Hun, I better close for now and try to catch a few zoos. It'll be another long night. Sorry I haven't written more, but the weather is against me. You can't write out here where it rains hour after hour. I love you with all my heart. All my love always, Dee.
Allen stepped on the landmine. He became one of the more than 58,000 Americans who died in Vietnam. Thank you, Casey Eisman, for reading that beautiful letter. Maya Harding and Fred Chase of the American Legion will now honor Gold Star mothers and fathers.
The term Gold Star originated during World War I. Americans displayed flags in homes, businesses, schools, and churches wearing a blue star to honor those members who died during military service. Families stitched a gold star over the blue star to honor those members who died during military service. We would like to honor Gold Star mothers and fathers who have lost a son or daughter at war. Mahatma Gandhi said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." To all Gold Star mothers and fathers, your sacrifice, Your care and comfort for each other and for veterans are wonderful examples of Gandhi's counsel. The gold stars reflect your courage, your commitment, and your never-ending vigil in memory of your sons and daughters. Would all Gold Star mothers and fathers in the audience please come forward at this time? It appears there are no Gold Star mothers and fathers here today, but we would like to recognize their ultimate sacrifice.
Next, the Big Fork High School Band, under the direction of Mrs. Randy Tunnell, will perform March of the Armed Forces. Veterans, please feel free to stand when the song representing your branch of the Armed Forces is played. Next, Jenica Thompson will be honoring those soldiers who are missing in action by reading a poem by Stephanie Soden. They fought for our country, gave all they could give. Now we sit and wonder how many still live. Missing in action, gone without a trace. Families left grieving, time is a race. Abandoned by their country, forgotten in unknown land. Left with no hope, to die at another's hand. Never give up, we'll never forget. They must be brought home, the lost Vietnam vet. Thank you, Jenica. Big Fork High School students will now perform and explain the folding of the flag ceremony.
The flag folding ceremony represents the same religious principles on which our great country was originally founded. The portion of the flag denoting honor is the canton of blue containing the stars representing states our veterans served in uniform. The canton field of blue dresses from left to right and is inverted only when draped as a pall on the casket of a veteran who has served our country honorably in uniform. In the U.S. Armed Forces, at the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered and folded in a triangle fold and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored fallen. The next morning, it is brought out and, at the ceremony of reveille, brought aloft as a symbol of our belief in the resurrection of the body. The first fold of our flag is a symbol of life. The second fold is a symbol of our belief in eternal life. The third fold is made in honor and remembrance of the veteran departing our ranks and who gave a portion of his or her life for the defense of the country to attain peace throughout the world. The fourth fold represents our weaker nature. As American citizens trusting in God, it is to Him we turn to in times of peace as well as in times of war for His divine guidance. The fifth fold is a tribute to our country, for in the words of Stephen Decatur, our country, in dealing with other countries, may she always be right, but it is still our country, right or wrong. The sixth fold is for where our hearts lie. It is with our hearts that we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces, for it is through the armed forces that we protect our country and our flag against all enemies, whether they be found within or without the boundaries of our republic. The eighth fold is a tribute to the one who entered into the valley of the shadow of death, that we might see the light of day, and to honor our mother, for whom it lies on Mother's Day. The ninth fold is a tribute to womanhood, for it has been through their faith, love, loyalty, and devotion that the character of the men and women who have made this country great has been molded. The 10th fold is a tribute to Father, for he too has given his sons and daughters for the defense of our country since he or she was first born. The 11th fold, in the eyes of the Hebrew citizens, represents the lower portion of the seal of King David and King Solomon, and glorifies in their eyes God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12th fold, in the eyes of the Christian citizen, represents an emblem of eternity and glorifies in their eyes God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. When the flag is completely folded, the stars are uppermost, reminding us of our national motto, In God We Trust. After the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it has the appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of the soldiers who served under General George Washington and the sailors and Marines who served under Captain John Paul Jones and were followed by their comrades and shipmates in the U.S. Armed Forces, preserving for us the rights, privileges, and freedoms we enjoy today. Thank you.
and all veterans who are no longer with us. At this time, Audrey Abbott will play taps, which will be followed by a moment of silence.
As the daughter of